Hello everybody, I'm back, Spidey is back. But first, before we start the movie reviews tonight, I want to dedicate this webcast to Cara Carlotto. You know who you are. I miss you. Anyway, enough with that. So we had Leatherface here last night, which I looked at his webcast and it turned out pretty good. Oh, don't I look really good? Oh man, although I've said before, the women love me. I mean, look at this body, man. Look at this body. Look at this body. Ah, the women, don't you wish you could have me? Yeah, it's pretty funny. Don't you wish your men looked like this? Oh yeah. Anyway, we're gonna review 4 different movies tonight. Three good ones. Well, actually, 2 really good ones. One so-so and one absolutely horseshit. What I'm going to review tonight is the original Batman movies back in the 80s and 90s. First of all, we're going to start with Batman, Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson. Okay, I love this movie. This is a great movie. It's a classic, directed by Tim Burton, of course. Tim Burton took the reins of the first 2 Batman movies when they rebooted these things back in, I think this one came out in 1989, if I'm correct. The first Batman movie with Michael Keaton and, Michael Gould. There's Michael Gould's in it. Michael Gould, his butler. There's a lot of really nice people. Pat Hingle. I think his name was Pat Hingle, the Commissioner Gordon. Michael Keaton, of course, and Jack Nicholson playing the main roles. This is a great movie. It's fun. It's dark, atmospheric. It's got some great stuff in it, man. Jack Nicholson, I think, does a really good job as the Joker. He's crazy and loony and funny all at the same time. Of course, Michael Keaton is Batman, playing Batman. He's brooding, dark, depressed all the time, always worrying about Gotham City, and stuff like that, that's what Batman does. He is the man, so basically that's what he does. So we'll touch on this one later on. Next, we're going to move on to the sequel to this, and this one, I think, is actually my favorite. Batman Returns. Oh, this has Michael Keaton returning as Batman and Tim Burton directing again. And I think this came out a few years later. I'm not exactly sure. Early 90s, maybe? Got a good shot of that there. Pretty good movie. It has, Danny DeVito as the Penguin. Tommy Lee. No, not. I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, Tommy. Come on, Spidey. Don't choke up in front of the camera. All the women are watching you. And basically, Michael Keaton is Batman. I am right. No, Danny DeVito as the Penguin, and he's actually quite good in this. He has all that makeup on, the practical effects, of course. He looks really good. He's about the size of a penguin. 4 feet tall, whatever, 3 feet tall. He's got it's great special effects. The makeup on him is outstanding. I really enjoyed this movie a lot. So something looks funny here too. I don't know what's funny. Maybe I'll just do that. I don't know what I'm doing here. And it has Christopher Walken in this movie too, as I can't remember. He plays some slimy industrial slime industrial businessman in Gotham City. He is really good in this movie too. It's actually it has Michelle Pfeiffer in the 2 as Catwoman. So you got Christopher Walken, Danny DeVito, Michael Keaton, and I lost track already. Let's see, you got Michael Keaton, Christopher Walken, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Danny DeVito, the 4 main stars. All right. We all seen this. These are the Blu-ray versions, and we came out recently, a couple of years ago. They're actually quite nice. I enjoy both these movies. These are my 2 favorite movies of the 4 different movies that came out. The original, when they rebooted Batman back in the late 80s, all through the 90s and stuff like that. Okay, we'll get to this one later on. Next, we're gonna talk about Batman Returns. Now, this has, I don't think this has Tim Burton anymore in it, but it has Val Kilmer playing Batman this time, and I think he does a pretty good job. Tommy Lee Jones is in this movie, and so is Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey plays the Riddler, and Tommy Lee Jones plays Two-Face, and of course, I think the movie is a little over the top. It's a little too glitzy. It's a little too Uh, fancy look. I don't know. It's maybe just a little over the top. I mean, it's well done, but it's not my favorite. But I do like Val Kilmer. I thought he did a pretty good Bruce Wayne, playing Batman. I thought he pretty good. I don't know if he quite as good as Michael Keaton, but he did hold his own. I thought he held his own. I kind of surprised that he did not come back for the fourth movie, which we will get to in a few minutes, which is one of the worst pieces of crap I've ever seen in my life. But we'll get to that later on. Right now, I gotta let everybody see me again. Look at this body. Look at this body, folks. This body is toned. This is what a real superhero looks like, women, ladies. Ladies, look at me. Well, anyway, yeah, it has Nicole Kidman in this movie. She plays like a psychiatrist or something, and she falls in love with, Batman and Bruce Wayne and stuff like that. And she's pretty good in this. She's kind of annoying at times. She's always got these one-liners and trying to get under his cape, so to speak, and he's getting annoyed by her a lot during the movie, and it's not a bad movie. I mean, Jim Carrey is the Riddler. He's got his, he's skinny as hell, and he's got his, his Riddler uniform and his top hat and everything, the whole schmear. Tommy Lee Jones has got the grotesque face, half face is all chewed up by acid and everything, in his fancy little good suit, bad suit. I think Drew Barrymore's in this movie too. She plays one of his one of his dames, one of his moles, along with his other. I'm not sure who it was, but he's accompanied by two of his ladies wherever he goes and where he lives. I don't know where in the hell he lives in this movie exactly. He's some kind of a mansion or something, or some sewer. I don't know where the fuck he lives, but actually it's pretty good. It's a pretty good movie. I mean, I don't think I think it's the third best one. I think I like Batman Returns the best, and then it kind of like. Well, actually, Batman and then Batman Returns are kind of like a toss-up for me. I kind of enjoy both those movies. I like both aspects of both Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton in the first movie, and then aspects of, Michael Keaton again, and Danny DeVito, and Christopher Walken, and Michelle Pfeiffer in the second movie. Michelle Pfeiffer plays a fantastic Catwoman. Oh my gosh, she looks so good in her spandex or shiny spandex, and she played that part perfectly. I wish it would have done a movie with her, don't you think so? I mean, she's getting a little too old now, but back in the day, in the early 90s, she was looking pretty damn hot, you have to admit. She still is a beautiful woman, but they should have jumped on sequels with her just playing the Catwoman. My spider. Let's see if I can shoot some webbing at you tonight. Oh god, I'm all dried up. I gotta start eating my broccoli. That's what actually gives me, my spider webbing shooting ability. Broccoli. So you all know the truth now. Broccoli. Anyway, those three are, Batman Forever isn't a bad man. Isn't a bad movie. It's a good movie. These are all Blu-ray versions. Okay, now we're gonna get to the worst movie in the series, Batman and Robin. Oh my God, this thing was horrible. It has Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Frost, or whatever the hell his name is. I can't think of his goddamn name. Movie. And it has George Clooney as Batman, and Chris, oh god, what's that guy's? Chris something, and playing Robin. Oh my god, this movie is terrible. It is so poorly scripted, it's unbelievable. Special effects are way overblown, even more overblown than Batman Forever. It has, they're skateboarding from the the Statue of Liberty time. Batman and Robin, and I don't know what the hell they're doing. They're playing hockey, and they're these. Oh my God, it's horrible. Arnold Schwarzenegger is terrible as Mr. Freeze. Oh my God. Oh, it's directed by the same guy who did this. Who's the guy that did these movies? I don't know. He did a decent job on Batman Forever, but he did a horrible job. He just expanded on Batman Forever into Batman and Robin even more so, and I think that was a huge mistake. I don't... He's not a bad director. I can't... God, what is his name? If I could only see, I only see as a spider, so basically it's hard for me to see fine print. I can see all the beautiful women, though. Yeah, beautiful women. Oh no, yeah, you know where to find me. You know where to find me. I'm always around. Your neighborhood friendly Spider-Man. He's always around. He's always looking for some action. I should say crime action. I don't want to get people pissed off at me. Oh God. But anyway, we'll forget about you know Batman and Robin. I kind of wish this movie had never been made. It was. I think most people consider this a piece of crap, and so do I. Yeah, but it's. I mean, I have nothing against George Clooney and Arnold Schwarzenegger and stuff. I mean, they're okay. They're good in what they do. But not this. Not this. Not this. No, no. This was a huge casting mistake. They should have went back to Val Kilmer at least on the fourth movie. Val Kilmer probably would have done a better job in this movie. George Clooney doesn't do a bad job, but I think he's badly scripted for this movie, badly cast for this movie, I should say. Let's forget about this movie, okay? I mean, it looks nice and everything, but let's forget this doesn't even exist. It doesn't even exist because we know 3 new versions came out in the last 10 years or so with that idiot that left the Batman role. Well, what's his name? Christian Bale. God, what an idiot. Anyway, we'll get back to Batman Forever. This is actually a pretty decent movie. I like this movie. It's a little stupid, a little over the top, a little too fancy looking, way too gimmicky and stuff like that. But I kind of have a soft spot in my heart for this, in my web for this movie. I shouldn't say my heart. My heart is. I don't know where in the hell my heart is. I'm half spider, half man. So yeah, I'm just gonna say in my web somewhere. It has a soft spot in my web. So we're gonna give this one. I think I rate my movies 1 to 10 spiders, and I would say probably Batman or Robin would get probably about a 0. Yeah, yes, a 0. I hate this movie. Well, okay, we'll be fair. We'll give it a 2 out of 10 spiders. That's as high as I can go in that movie. Batman Forever, though, I think I would probably give about a 6. I think it's a decent movie. I think a lot of people actually like this movie. I do. I think it's fairly well done. It's not as good as the first 2 Batman movies with Michael Keaton and all those other casts I just discussed earlier. But I would probably give this a 5. 5 spiders. Okay? Then we'll get back to Batman Returns. I always kind of thought this was my favorite movie. Between that one and the first one with Jack Nicholson, I kind of like this movie. I think all the characters here are well cast, and they're basically, they play their character right to the top, right to the hilt. They basically they kind of get into the roles, and I think Christopher Walken plays just a total slimeball in this, and he has this this really Femi son that wants to take over, was going to take over his empire when Christopher Walken dies, and whatever. I don't like his son was kind of a wimp. I don't know who in the hell it was, but I should look up all the go to the internet file and database and find out actually who played his son. I know it's somebody well known. Of course that was back in the early '90s or whatever. But I like this movie. I do like this movie. There's the backside right there. I like this movie. And there's the front side, Batman Forever. Yeah, it's pretty good. Let's see. Okay, let's go to the first one again. Okay, Batman, just called Batman, of course. Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton. You don't get no better than that. This one's actually quite good. This starts off the whole story of how Michael Keaton became Batman. We all know that. There always got to be a starting point of these movies, superhero movies. How he became Batman, how he got all the toys and the the gimmicks and the gizmos and everything to fight crime. His suit, his car, all the guns and everything to deter the criminals, and stuff. Which is, of course, superheroes got to have that. Yes, they got to have that. I have webbing and stuff, you know. They're dry right now. I told you I got to get my asparagus or my broccoli or something because I would like to give you a demonstration of how I shoot my webbing at. I should shoot him back at Pennywise in the corner. He's over there smirking at me like a little smug alien, or where in the hell he is, Mr. Clown Boy back there. You know, he thinks he's the bomb. I'm the bomb. Can't you tell? I'm the bomb. He's trying to look over my shoulder. He's trying to see how a professional, does the webcast. You see, I come across a little bit better than Leatherface or Michael Myers. They're a little giggly. I try to put a little humor in my reviews, but I also try to be more professional. And I try to look a little bit better. You can see that I am buff and I am tough. I'm buff and tough. All you women know you love me. You love me. There's no denying it. Oh, and I love you too. Anyway, Jack Nicholson's makeup is pretty good in this movie. He's all white from falling into a vat of acid towards early on in the movie. When he just becomes the Joker. He takes on a whole new persona, of course. And he's completely white. So, or is he white? I think he is white. Yeah, his skin is turned completely white, so he puts normal makeup on to look normal. He still doesn't because he's hideously deformed. He's got the big old, smile that was cut by glass. It's way up here on both sides, and he's got no choice. Teeth are showing. He's got that big old smile. That's why he's called the Joker. Because he looks like he's always smiling, but he's really pissed off. He's just mad because he got disfigured in the fight with Batman in the chemical plant that... actually, Jack Palance is in this movie, too. One of my favorite... He's gone now. Jack Palance plays the boss, and he owns a chemical plant. He's the, he's the big... the crime lord of Gotham City, and basically Jack Nicholson, he's Jack Nicholson's boss, and Jack Nicholson ends up having to kill him in this movie. You all know about that. We've seen this movie probably hundreds of times, all of us superhero fans and, fans around the world and stuff like that. We all know about this movie. So basically, Jack Nicholson kills him and takes over control of his, his empire, his, well, what do you want to call it? His takes over the reins of the crime lord. He's the new crime lord. So basically, it's pretty good. I like this movie. I'm not even sure if Jack Nicholson gets killed. He has a big fight at the end when he's saving. Who the hell is he saving in this movie? Oh yeah. What's her name? Kim. God, where's that? She's absolutely gorgeous. Kim, oh, God, I can't think of her name. Spidey. This is sad. Spidey can't even remember his love interest in this movie. Oh, my God. But anyway, she's gorgeous. Of course, he wants to fall in love with her, but, he's conflicted. He's a superhero. He has to do his thing, but he can't get involved with, with the women. One-night stands is about as good as he can do. He can't get involved because he has this dark secret, of course he's Batman, and basically, he's got to, God damn, what the hell is going on here? There we go. I think this is better. It's a better shot anyway. It shows my body off a little bit better. See, some muscles. Anyway. Oh, God. Yeah, she's gorgeous. God, what is her name? This is going to drive me nuts all night until I look at the back of the CD and try to figure it out. Well, you know who I'm talking about. I don't have to go into this too hard. Michael Gould, of course, plays his butler. He's always good. He was in all 4 Batman movies. British actor. He's been in hundreds of movies. You know him. He was in Sleepy Hollow, too. He's been in tons of movies. You recognize his face instantly. He plays Alfred, of course, in all these movies. And, yeah, I love this movie. Maybe I should watch this tonight and reminisce about, oh, God. Or I could watch Michelle Pfeiffer tonight and, think about her as I'm watching this movie. And, oh, Spidey, come on, control yourself. It was really nice that they had beautiful women in both these movies, Actually, in the third movie, too. Really beautiful women. Nicole Kidman in Batman Forever. You know, she's pretty cute, you know. But I would prefer Michelle Pfeiffer and this other the other lady here. Oh my God! I'm gonna use you my. Never mind. But anyway, I already rated the other movies, so we're gonna rate Batman. I would probably give the original Batman with, like I said, Jack Nicholson, Michael Keaton, Michael Gould, and Kim what's her face. Kim what's her face. What's her name? God, this is gonna drive me nuts. Anyway, I would probably rate this movie maybe a 9, 8, 9, maybe a 9. You know, I'm trying to be really fair with these. You know, some people are going to balk at that rating. You know, they're going to tell me that, hey, that's too high. Maybe it's 7 or something. But, you know, I grew up with these movies. You know, Spidey, before he became a spider, he basically, you know, I got infected by the radioactive spider that bit me, of course. You know, I grew up with these movies, so to speak. You know, I kind of got weaned on them, you know, before I turned into the ultimate superhero. Shit, I look pretty buff tonight, nice and tight and everything, and I look good. You should see me underneath this costume. I even look better. Hey, ladies, I even look better. I think you all have seen me anyway, right? Oh, never mind. You know who I am. Anyway, and all you women know who I am underneath this suit. You know how good I look. Only your boyfriends could possibly look as good. You would dream and wish, but you know, tough tooties, tough tooties. It's tough tooties. Oh, anyway, I'm probably going to give this movie. Oh God, why don't we give this one 9? The original Batman, Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson, a 9. Okay. Okay, let's give Batman Returns. Let's give this one a 9 too. I don't know if I want to go to 10 on these movies, but I'm going to give this one a 9 too because I think these 2 movies are the best of the 4. And 5 for Batman Forever, and of course 2 for Batman and Robin. What's that kid's name that plays Robin in these 2 movies? He's terrible. Chris something. Chris. I need to go back to acting school and learn how to act. I can't remember his name. I think that's his name. I need to go back to acting school and learn how to act. I think that's probably what he possibly needs to do. Yeah, I know he's been in a bunch of other stuff since then. I don't want to dog him too much. He might actually put his Robin suit on, his wimpy little Robin suit, and come after me. Like I'm really scared. Spider-Man, I'll just web his ass up and hang him from a 50-story building and wait for Daddy to come and get him. Batman. That's what I'll do. Daddy can come and rescue him if he can get by me. I don't think he can get by me because I'll web his ass up too. I'll hang them both side by side from a 50-story building and see what the hell they can do. Yeah, he'd probably cut through to a Batman, and then of course, they'd fall, and then Batman would sprout his wings, and he'd save the poor little kid, Robin, and they fly off to safety somewhere, you know, and then think about coming to get me. You know, woo! They don't even know who I am, so that's the whole thing, you know. I have a spider, you know, lair somewhere, and I'm all, you know, completely protected by my webbing and stuff, and oh, yeah, plus I'm a photographer and everything, so. But anyway, I like these 4. I like these 3 out of 4 movies. Anyway, we're going to talk about the other movies, too. Like I said, the ones with Christian Bale I thought were pretty good, except I thought he was the most boring part of the movies. I mean, he was okay. I thought The Criminals was much better. Of course, the Joker in, you know, the second one, which is, to me, that rates... Well, the Joker performance rates a 10. Academy Award winner, you know, Heath Ledger, you know. I mean, you don't get any better than that. He was just completely nuts and crazy, and I enjoyed that completely. Because some people think that I'm nuts too. But it ain't true. I'm Spider-Man. And you all love me, don't you? I love me. The public loves me. I'm on millions and millions of news my photos are everywhere. I saved the world. I've been around for comic books and everything. You all love me. I'm the most popular of all time. Don't you think? But I do like Batman. He's one of my favorite superheroes. He's not really a superhero. He's more of a guy in the, gimmick up in a really fancy with gadgets. Basically, he's a man with gadgets. That protects the Gotham City and stuff like that from the bad guys. So, anyway, we'll forget about these 4 movies. My ratings. I think about them. So, basically, those are my favorite movies next to my own movies. So basically, the Christian Bale movies were pretty damn good. The third one was not quite as good as the Joker one, the second one, with it had Tom Hardy playing Bane, which is okay, but I don't rate it nearly. I think maybe I'd rate the second movie probably a 10 with Heath Ledger and Christian Bale's Batman. Even though Heath Ledger stole the movie, he actually was that movie. So basically, the third one with Bane, I'd probably rate maybe an 8. It's not a bad movie. It's fun. It's exciting. And if I can get this guy, I'm getting tired of this stuff. This is really starting to make me mad. Anyway, you can see Pennywise is in the back. I cut his head off of the camera, and he's quite pissed about that. I don't care. This is my webcast. This is my studio. As you can see, it's all looking good. We're trying to get more props in here for the other guys. Leatherface and Michael Myers and Pennywise want props in here and hanging spider webs to make it more atmospheric, which is fine by me. I don't mind spider webs. I got all kinds of cool stuff going on. But anyway, I think we're going to be ending this webcast tonight. They've been getting a little bit long and a little silly, especially the other 2 guys. They're really silly. Leatherface, I heard he went over the top last night with this tongue hanging out of his mouth and acting like he was deranged. Of course, he is deranged. We all know that. So basically, and of course, Michael Myers he seems to be, the second best next to me. So he's doing a pretty good job, I think. He might be back tomorrow night. I'm hearing that either him or, well, I won't be back tomorrow night. But I've got I got to go save, the cats and the dogs of the city and, little ladies crossing the street, and the crime lords trying to inflict damage and heartbreak onto the city of Minneapolis. So I've got to protect the city tomorrow night. Duty calls. I've got to do this, all you ladies understand that I have to go out and do this. I'm protecting you. All of you, think about that. I'm putting my life on the line for all of you. So, give me some credit, Okay. Enough of that. Enough of that little self-sobbing, feel sorry for me crap. But anyway, the first Batman movie with Christian Bale was okay. Of course, that started the whole saga over again. He had to get his toys and used to all of his stuff too. But I still think the second one by far is the best movie with Heath Ledger. And so basically, I would rate that one a 10. I'd rate the first Batman movie with Christian Bale probably about 8 maybe. And the third one maybe about 8. Second one steals the whole movie. And of course, there's the new one coming out with Ben Affleck. I think that's how you pronounce that doo-doo's name, but he is a doo-doo, that's what I've heard. I don't really know. Of course, he's Batman versus Superman or whatever the hell the name of that new movie coming out pretty soon. I don't understand why they don't have me in these movies. I'm really appalled and extremely insulted that they don't have me in these Batman movies. I don't understand that. Are they afraid that my beautiful suit will steal the movie? They could be. They could be just goddamn jealous, and well, look at me. Holy crap. I mean, I look way better than them. I'm slinging from skyscraper to skyscraper, building from building, saving, beautiful women on the street from thugs and all kinds of stuff like that. And they're basically just, rounding up the bad guys all the time. I do both. I can do both. I don't know if they can. I don't think they can. I don't think they're up to it. I don't think they're man enough. I am man enough, so. Okay. Anyway, enough with this, build myself up. We already know who I am, so. But anyway, check out all these 4 movies. They're all on Blu-ray. They're all decent quality, They came out, maybe in the last 10 years, 5-10 years. You know, I enjoy them. They're in my collection. All superheroes movies are in my collection. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to end this, and hopefully tomorrow night we're going to have Michael Myers back here talking some horror movies. You know, he's big into horror movies. And I don't know when Leatherhead's going to be coming back. Oh, he hates that name. Of course he's Leatherface, but we call him Leatherhead anyway, just to piss him off. Pretty he was ready to chainsaw Pennywise back there because Pennywise was sneering at him and mocking him back there last night, and you know, making fun of his initial first webcast. You know, so basically, okay, ladies. I tell you what, we're gonna cut this short, and we'll see you as soon as possible. I don't know, maybe a couple nights from now, and tomorrow night. Well, maybe I'll just kick Michael Myers' ass and take the chair again last night, because this is my webcast. I created it. So my fingers, I can't get them to work right. Ooh, there we go. They're looking pretty good there. Anyway, we'll all see you later, and we'll see you on the very next webcast.